everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid and welcome to the Universal Energy Forecast for this week, January the 12th. And what a week we are already having. I've chosen the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck to talk to us about the story that's going on within our global consciousness and how we're evolving both individually and collectively through what's going on. And of course, we have to take into account the things that are shown to us at a global level that tell us stories that are happening outside of our locale. And for example, last week we had all this unrest in France and the shooting in Paris, and we can't help but be affected by those things, especially since every one of us are seeing these feeds in our news and seeing all the stories of the unrest and the uncertainty as we enter into 2015. These are big. These aren't small things. These are things that are affecting everybody. And so the first card that tells us that we are not alone is the Winged Wise Ones. And this is upright, so that means, and even if it was reversed, this is a card that's always read upright. And it talks about the angels. And in this case, I think it's about a higher view, a higher source, a higher perspective, a place within all of us where we see the world as a sacred place and we see our place in it as sacred. And so how do we use that as a lens to look at the rest of the world when things are going on where we're feeling unsafe? And the Lady of Lightning upright is a shock. So we already know that there was shocks that have happened last week. And now this week we're saying, how do we respond, you know, with the angelic view, with the highest view around these shocks where as seemingly out of nowhere events happen that throw us off our course. Now the Dragon's Duel is the next card, so of course which one of these are we going to feed? The one that's going to continuously keep us in turmoil and keep us fighting and keep us feeling like we have to retaliate for things done to us, or are we going to choose peace? Are we going to choose compassion? We have a choice this week. And we, of course, end with positive expectations, which is the Eyes of Beauty. So I want to do an overview of that again, because all four cards together tell a little bit of a different story than them individually. And so when we look at the overall picture of the Winged Wise Ones, followed by the Lady of Lightning, then the Dragon's Duel, and then the Eyes of Beauty, we are seeing that we have a choice. We all globally have a choice of how to respond to circumstances that are inviting us into a conflict. And also on an individual level, we're going to see opportunities come as if out of nowhere. So there's some really positive things happening at the same time, so it's not all doom and gloom. But ultimately, the things that we've set in motion, for example, you know, we want to see a certain way of being in 2015. We've made our affirmations, our resolutions, whatever it is that we make our choices at the beginning of the year. Everybody globally does the same thing. And so we set this energy in motion, this frequency in motion. So we don't want to be veered off course. We don't want these outer conditions set in motion by others to throw us off course. So that's the invitation here, is to see these you know, amazing opportunities that come through. Choose compassion, choose to stay in the highest frequency possible, certainly in your local life, and then of course having these positive expectations and keep these to the forefront, because we do live in an abundant world with infinite possibilities. As long as we keep this in mind and keep the highest good in mind, we will then be able to manifest not only our highest good, our desires, but also more peace and purpose in the world. So God bless you all. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next week. Have a good one, and remember, compassion, peace, love. That's the answer. Bye.
Traveling down the road, I didn't know that I was lost. I had tried too many shortcuts, and the cost left my heart broken. So I had it closed for repair.